Hello everybody, this is part 7 of the series of filling and decorating a blank journal, and I think I ended up showing you that I went over the pockets with a bit of decorative paper. So I thought, well, there's a page here that had about clocks in it, so I thought actually I'm going to cover that up to go, make sure it's with the autumn theme. And I thought I'd decoupage a mushroom over the dictionary paper, so I'm going to do that today. I'm only in here for a bit because as I said, all week we've had a feast week and there's been different things on every day, and the last night with the firework display and everything was last night, and we're all a bit tired, but I just needed to escape today. So I've got a house full of kids, well, 15 and 16-year-olds, but I thought I'd just come in here and just play around today. So if I'm a little bit quiet today, that's the reason. But I thought I'd just do another part of the video. Okay, right, so what we'll do is I've got my glue ready, which is, again, watered down. It's either PVA or Mod Podge, and it's 2 to 1. And 2 parts glue, 1 part water. And then I find it doesn't go so sticky. So you still got a bit of time to maneuver things around, and also you don't get a gloss with it. All right. So I hope everybody's well. Yeah, it's certainly been a hectic week. Been a lot of fun this year though, because we've had absolutely glorious weather. And it does normally rain. Let's just press that down really gently. Okay. Nice, take a minute. Actually, I'll get card to start with today, because I usually have to change it, don't I? Because it'll melt. Got to cover him up as well. Do we want any more? No, that's fine, but I will do this page as well at the same time, I think. Even the seagulls are quiet today. They're all tired. I suppose they've gone in hiding, I expect, because of the fireworks. Firework display here was absolutely amazing. Goes on for ages. I mean, a good half an hour. And for a small village, it's really spectacular. I think actually the company that does the fireworks, they use this as a practice, because they go to the big one in Plymouth that's like the World Championship, Firework Championships. So they use this as their practice, so I think we get a good deal. What I'm doing here, because there's quite a straight line here, and I actually don't really want too much of a straight line, so I'm making sure that's quite wet on the edge, and I try to, if I can, I will literally pull that out a bit so I don't see it like that. All right, so I don't get rid of that straight line. It stops it looking like it's been decoupaged on then, because the wetter it gets so you can tear it easily. Just don't like that straight line there. Break it up a bit. Okay, that's it. All right, I'll give that a try. Okay, right, that's all nice and dry. Lovely. So I'm going to ink up around like I normally do, just to blend that in a bit to the page. Not very much because it's quite dark, this one, so I don't want any more. Not much, you know, no darker rather, sorry. I thought I might have trouble getting my words out today. Right, so that's that. And then I thought I'd do some more on that page. Must probably change the way I do things all the time. So I patted that down with my fingers, didn't I? Where I usually do it with the brush, so. Right, let's give that a dry then. Okay, that's all nice and dry. And now, let's get the sponge. Just go around a bit. I'll do a bit of stenciling around as well. There we go. Let's get the stencil out. Make sure it's the right way up. Nice, a little bit up here. I think I'll do, shall I do, oh I do, no I don't want that leaf. Just do those little bunches there. I thought that's quite nice. That's a tiny bit up there. Told you I never know when to stop. Oh dear. That's it. Yep, that's fine because we're sweeping, which is quite nice. It sort of frames the page a bit. That's there. So right, I know we need tags and all that, but that is going to be another tutorial because I will do all these tags and everything. I'll show you how to do one, which will be all similar techniques to the other ones, so I won't leave them plain. Not on this journal anyway. So right, where did we get? So I'm going to leave that for now. Actually, I want something here. Looking at that, actually, I've got a bit of this done that I've just, you know, made a tuck on it, toned down the thread because I've got some white thread there, and I think I'm going to glue that on there. And then there's going to be something here, maybe a bit of lace or something across here, so that's a nice tuck spot there. Yeah, I'll glue that down. And also it'll help that be a little bit thicker at the top where we need a bit more bulk because we have got quite a bit going on down here. It's actually been raining today, but it's quite nice because it's still warm. And we've had such a hot week. I think that's why we're all very tired as well, because the heat has been, oh my gosh, what a place to be in Cornwall when it's hot, I will say. Okay. And maybe, no, I'm going to leave that plain. I just need to sand that a bit though. It's a tiny bit rough, so there we go, that's better. And same here as well. I'm going to say when you do this though, be very gentle. There we go. It takes a little bit off sometimes. Don't worry about that. I think it adds to the authenticity of it. I really do. As long as it's not too much, but then you can always stick something over it. I'll put a bit of ink there. which I'll show you what I mean. You just, and that dulls that down and then blends in. As long as it's not too dark, that's tea staining. That's why I use a lot of tea stain actually, because I think it's more subtle, and then you can always go darker towards the edges or something like that. So, oops, sorry about that. Forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. There, and then just any bits. Let's go through, which I've got a hole there now, but no worries. I will do something with that. We shall get a little leaf. This is good actually to show you how to do that. So what we do, I'll just get a leaf, because I've made a little hole, not on purpose, but it's a good little tip here. Let's put that down. Let me just glue a bit over it. Take that white bit off there. That's it, and then dry it. Okay. Hole's gone, still there, and it'll still be visible on the other side, but when we come to do this page we can cover that over as well. So that's that. Right, that's all done, and while I was at it, I done the back page here. Right, what I feel about this decoupage that's going on here, and there is a few places where it's around, I actually feel it needs to spring into life a little bit. So I use a little bit of I have some gilding wax, but you can tend to put it on a bit too splodgy, so I use some flakes. I've got the the gold flakes, which I will use. It's a bit messy to do it, but I've also, if you've got perhaps a pen would work, if you've got the foiling pens. Not sure, but I just put these on just a little bit in different little areas, because I just feel it wants a little bit of, just to bring your eye towards it, because I think it looks a little bit flat. It's the colours really. I mean, some napkins are fine because of the colour, but I think they're quite sort of dull looking. So I use a prick stick, which is fine. Very gently. I usually do it with my finger. I get so messy when I do this, but never mind. I think just a bit down here. Put it on one finger. And then I don't want big bits though. I just want little bits. Hopefully it don't look too silly. I just got this idea that I want some kind of gold. Gold is very autumny anyway, isn't it? So let's put that on there, and I just want it sort of broken up a little bit on the, there we go, that's it. Actually, it would be easier if it was a smaller prick stick, but I don't seem to have a small one around me at the moment, so just want to rub that bit out there because it's a bit, so while it's still wet you can just distress it a bit, because that was a little bit too perfect. So look, I think let's pick that up nice. And maybe a little tiny bit down here. I hope you can see all right. No, this isn't the correct way of doing it, but for this sort of thing, this is what I use. I've got the special glue for it and everything, but because I'm only doing little tiny pieces, I do this on my envelopes as well. But don't buy the expensive gold flakes. Some of it's terrible. This was quite reasonable. I got it ages ago though. So don't know what the price is now and or where you can get it. Well, I'm in the UK. I think I got mine from the range. Right. I'm sure it was only £1 at the time. So, right, you can see that, hopefully. Yeah, and I'm going to do it over here. Yeah, I like that. And definitely some on here because that is very dull here. So, there's a bit more going on there. Yeah, I think that's great. That's just enough. Just so we've got some gold come into that, which just pick that up a bit, and then that's still a bit, I haven't dried that yet. The glue needs to dry before I turn the page over, that's all. Oh no, it's all right. It's okay. Right. Just sit there. Again, once it's dry, you can sort of just file it off a little bit gently, and it will get any of the ones that aren't stuck down. There you go. That's good. That's fine. Rightio, that's all finished. And what I thought is I needed a bit of green here because it's still a tiny bit dull, I find. So I found a bit of the green paper that I've been using throughout. Inked up tore a little bit off, and inked up the edges, tore a little bit off, made a simple bow, which I'm going to just stick that there. So, and that's it. I don't want to cover up the gold, so quite like that. Again, if you haven't got Fabri-Tac or a glue similar to that, then I suggest you use a hot glue gun on these sort of things. If I leave it alone, it'll be fine. Oh, you can tell I've been my nails are really bad today. Just noticed I've been dyeing some papers because I've got this thing in my head about my next journal's going to be an ocean themed one. I haven't even done a digital kit yet because the story behind that is that I make like nautical greeting cards for a couple of shops in the area. And I've actually said I'm not going to do it anymore now, because I just got fed up of doing the same design every year and then just printing them out and, you know, doing different things to them. And they sell really well, but I just had enough. So I said I'm not going to do it. And now I'm thinking I really should do a nautical kit, because I live right by the sea, you know, but I haven't done one. So I'm sort of I'm doing some papers, because what I want to do is create some sort of very bluey, greeny papers, and I'll scan them in and use them as the base for the kit, because I do things like that. And that's where all this come from. So I'm really sorry. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's so nice to look at. Oh, well. Okay, well, that's all nice and stuck now. So I've still got my bit of acetate there. And I actually felt as though I needed some kind of trim here. And I'm just going to, actually the sun is going to come in and really glare in a minute. So I will have to stop videoing for today. But what I thought I was going to show you, I've got this. I found this, and it's actually, it's really unusual. It feels gorgeous. It's a knitting yarn, but what brilliant trim. And I'll tell you what you have in the US. Because that's going to glare. It's absolutely brilliant. Is it fun fur or fake fur that you used to knit with? That has really, really good effects. You know, you can use that as a trim. So all I've done is I've taken the colour that I wanted out of that, because it's variegated, and I've stitched it with a zigzag stitch, which looks really strange, to a bit of fabric, because, you know, I actually think that could look quite nice. So I've just got about time before the sun really comes in. Can't really do anything about it here. It's beautiful. So I thought I'll dull down the stitching like I normally do, because again, it's dark fabric, so you're not going to see it on the fabric. If it's light fabric, you won't be able to do this. It just seems to just blend in that stitching. I'll find anything and try and stitch it together. Yeah, it's going to go that way. So you're not going to see that side. So there we go. You hardly see that stitching now. But it makes it easier to put it on a tiny bit of fabric to glue down. So I am going to put a bit. I know it's but same colour, same tone, so we're all right. So I'm going to put a bit of that, because I'll use the other piece somewhere else as well. So, and I might do a couple more of those, because I quite like that effect. So let's measure it. Not measure it, but let's go that way. Just have half of that. That'll be fine. And then it's quite a tight zigzag stitch that I do, so when you cut it, it won't all come undone. I sort of do them with my sewing machine, like I do with my printer. If anything fits in my printer, I print on it. And I'm doing it with the sewing machine now. Yeah, it's really getting glary now. Sorry, folks. Oh, and there's a horrible fly. I had to open the door. It's getting a bit hot in here, so. You've got some nice frayed bits coming down, look. There we go. So that'll be a little something on that pocket there. And then we'll find another pocket, maybe the other side of that one, when we come to that. Alright, so that's it. So we've got to make all the tags after. Like I said, you know, we can, because I've got some tags already done, so I'll just put those in. And I've got some nice pockets going on. We've got to just decorate this one here. I thought I've got some, the Tim Holtz bee stamps. I've got that last week. Those ones. So I've got to use them, haven't I? Got to. And this, I really got it for that, the script stamp, because you get a bit bored using the same one. Well, I do anyway. And I have only got 2 script stamps. So it's actually nice to find something else, and it had all these wonderful bugs. So it's great. I'm hoping that's a honeybee, because I think that's about the honeybee. I think it is, isn't it? That looks like a honeybee. Yeah, so that's all right. So I shall be using that directly, and I think I'm also, I might do some of the tags with those on. I think I'll do a bit of a tutorial with a few tags using a bit of stamping technique, different things. And I've got a really good technique coming up that to do with craft card, because I know loads of us have loads of craft card, because you can buy the cheap card packs that are in the UK anyway. And I've got a few techniques that I used to use when I was card making, and I think we can utilise them in our junk journals. And a lot of you go, oh yay, I forgot about that, you know, because a lot of you, I know, most probably have done cards and mini albums. So it's bringing it all back. You know, all those little techniques we used years ago, let's bring it all back and use it in our junk journals. Okay then, right, well that's it for today, and it's not a very long one, I'm afraid, but the sun, like I said, the sun's coming in and it will be blinding in here, so I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.